What's up, Battle Buddies? We got a new format to try out. That's right. We're going to have a guest on, Nick. I'll let him introduce himself in just a couple minutes so I don't have to fumble my way through that. And instead of it being an interview like we normally do with our guests, we're going to have him, explore the content with us. He did the majority of the research and kind of pitched the idea, and I think it worked really well. This is also a PSA. If you want us to cover something specific, reach out to us. Do some of the research with us. And come on, have fun. Let's make an episode. Let's save the goddamn world.
Okay. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph.
A theocist serpent may be overcome by a swarm of ants.
Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. Age wrinkles body,
Just let it go. Get it out there.
Battle Buddies.
The whole purpose is for people to consume it.
Yeah.
Are we recording?
I just hit record.
Cold open shit.
Well, we went to, for the half marathon today, we ran on Mare Island, which is, where the Navy base was. And all the streets, Nimitz, our admiral from Letty Gulf.
Yeah.
And Hannah's like, I know him. Why do I know him? I know him because of you. I'm like, yeah, you do know him because of me. I like this. That's a huge compliment, dude.
Speaking of compliments, dude, Nick, you and I are amongst royalty right now. You know why?
Tell me.
This dude is the product of Vacaville High School wrestling program.
Oh,
I am.
That's going to be super relevant.
Dude, for those listeners who don't know, Vacaville basically surrounds its entire identity around the wrestling program.
Especially the 8-8.
I don't know. Oh, the 8-8 side.
Yeah.
That side of the freeway.
Okay, the zip code.
If you're on the nicer side of the freeway,
They care a lot about that.
the Vaca High side.
See, but you don't have to deal with that now that you're on this side of town.
Wait.
No, it's sadder.
8-8's the nicer side.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what,
that's
that's what
Browns
they
Valley side.
say.
But is this 8-8 side too?
Now there's 8-7.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah. If you go over 80,
Oh, okay.
then it becomes the 8-8 most of the time. It's not exact. It's
Interesting.
not an exact science.
I get
Yeah.
you.
But Vaca High, so the Vacaville Wrestling Club fed into Vaca High, not to Wilsey Wood.
Right, correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And in true form, I'm trying to diss Kevin, and he doesn't care. He's looking at me with zero emotions. And I was hoping he'd be
I have
like,
lots of emotion.
oh, dude, tell him about your dad and how he handled your one match.
My one freestyle match? Yeah, because I was a Vacaville wrestler through Jepson and
Kevin
high school.
embarrassed
Wait,
his
so
dad.
how many years is that? So you
I just did 3 until I hurt my back.
Okay.
um,
During wrestling?
Yeah,
Okay.
freestyle, because that was bad. But
Brother
anyway,
also wrestled, correct?
my brother wrestled. So yeah, we were in wrestling for like.
So you did
10
folk
years.
style, freestyle. Did you Greco?
No, I didn't do any Greco tournaments. I did Greco practices.
Right, okay.
Yeah, during off
Okay.
season, and I had Uriah Faber. I went to his camp because he came to Jepson,
Okay.
and he beamed a kid playing dodgeball, and I think the kid died. Like it was really bad.
just exploded.
He was trying to hit like an adult, and the adult ducked, and it just knocked the kid out. It was so bad. It was awesome. We watched one of his bootleg fights before the UFC was legal again.
Bootleg.
Where he elbowed the guy and cut the guy's whole head open. And everyone thought that was so cool.
Dang.
Well, if the listener hasn't gotten a hint, today we're talking about combats, hand-to-hand combat sports. And our favorite episodes, and I will always say this, and I will continue to say this, our favorite episodes are when we have people on, particularly veterans, that which you are one. Dude, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Can I?
Please do.
Yeah, my name is Nick. I'm from SoCal, at the edge of LA County, so Lancaster, Palmdale area. You guys are familiar?
Oh
with
yeah.
that?
Mhm.
Yeah, just a whole big desert, Mojave Desert
Mhm.
area right there. But yeah, so I joined the Air Force when I was 22, 21? 2006 I joined. And went to Japan and then got married out there to my wife, who is from SoCal, but flew her out there. And so we got married out in Japan, which our marriage certificate is in Japanese.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Were you guys at
hella cool.
Yokota?
We were in Masao, which is the northern of the mainland.
Yeah,
Northern
cool.
tip of the mainland. So, we got married out there, came back here to Travis, 2009, and then we had kids, and then I got out because I didn't want to, in 2014.
Yep.
What'd you do in the Air Force?
Security Forces.
Security forces.
So security, law enforcement, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Before I got out in Travis, I was with the contingency response wing, which we go deploy within 12 hours to open bear bases and stuff with the Joint Task Force, the Army. And during that time, while we're not deployed, we were training, and I was the NCIC training. So we train things like shoot, move, and communicate, combatives, things like that.
That's okay.
Crazy. So is
All
that
right.
like cousins to like MPs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Army MPs. Yes.
That is it's very much an Air Force thing. When they say security forces, it throws
It's cool.
Navy
I like
and
it.
Marine guys off of like, what is
Well,
it?
Navy is Master at Arms.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
Master at Arms is
yeah.
even weirder.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you do? Okay. But yeah. So
They get bored in those submarines, man. They got to come up with new
What
titles.
arms are you currently mastering, bro?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I got out of the military, and then in 2016, I would do private security, so I do personal protection for families in the Silicon Valley. So I'm on my third detail now. I usually go to a detail, help them stand it up, and then I'd move on to the next one. Right now, we're on a year into the most current detail I'm at. But I do that once a week now, and
Okay.
so currently right now, for a year, I've opened up a grappling gym, a no-gi grappling, submission grappling. If you don't know what submission grappling, think of it as wrestling with submissions.
Okay.
So, yep. And you don't wear the traditional kimono, which means the pajamas, we call them, and then the belt with it. We do give people belts as far as like how often they come and train and how well they progress in the skills and stuff. But we don't focus on the belt or the gi,
Okay.
just because it's brings out a different atmosphere in practice, in my opinion. People are focused on what belt color you are instead of like just learning the skills. Line up here because you're a white belt, you're a blue belt, line here, things like
Got
that.
it.
It's more, we care more about learning skill instead of who lines up where and who bows to who and who's under this lineage of this guy. So I don't have any pictures of like Helio and all these people on the wall because I don't never met them. So
Right.
people call me coach or just call me Nick. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just a guy that likes training. So
Yeah, Nick is very much a guy that has been studying combat for so long that is just like, there's not really a rule book that says I'm not allowed to teach this. I don't need to go to a place that's like, now you are officially able to open your business and teach this. So very chilled, laid back style in comparison to a lot of the people who do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, gi, where you're doing a lot of bowing and things. But for a lot of people, that is like the allure of it. They
Yeah, the
want
ritual's
the
fun.
theater
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. And I think
I'm a sucker for it.
totally. And I started out, that's how I
Yeah.
met Nick. Nick and I started in the gi. Well, I started in the gi, hanging out with Nick. That's where we met. And then when he broke off and made his own gym, I decided to follow because, I just think we're kind of similar minded.
Yeah.
And he's obviously grown attached to some of our podcast stuff. And I saw him reading this dorky book right here. And I was like, bro, do you want to come on and teach us about this? And here we are, dude. We're going to learn about hand-to-hand
I love
combat sports in the ancient world, which ancient world is your jam, bro.
yeah,
I
was
love
gonna
the
say,
ancient world.
Yeah.
And I do need to clear up. I was not good at wrestling. I just am worried that a listener is like, somebody from my high school is like, does Kevin think he's good at wrestling? No, I was very bad at wrestling.
Is that why you were like that's why I was trying to like
I know.
upset you, and you didn't take any of the bait, and it didn't affect you at all.
I love
Now
it.
you're
I love
more-
being bad at it. Like I didn't mind. I was like, oh, this is fun. You just learn a bunch.
But you did it though.
I did.
That's
I
exactly
loved
the
practice.
point.
My name was like Baby Parker, and because of my brother,
That's
and
fun.
then Little Coach was my name.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like it's like those people that say, "Oh, you take steroids, therefore you're like going to be big." No, you
Right.
did the work.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Right? Yeah,
You did the work. So yeah, whether you're bad or good, you did the work. That's all that matters.
that's why you're a huge Barry Bonds fan, right?
I do like Barry. He's good. Yeah. Anyone that
Oh, hot take. That's
oh
good.
man,
Thank you. Well, he's a Dodger fan. That's why I said
am.
that. Yeah,
I
he's
am.
from SoCal.
I am
He's from Bakersfield.
Do I like the
close.
Dodgers?
Close to
Hmm?
big.
Do I like the Dodgers? I might like the Dodgers. They're fine.
You might.
They're okay.
You're a bit
I like
of
a
an X
Dodger dog.
factor.
Yeah, I like the Dodger dog.
How dare you?
Hot take: Dodger dogs suck.
Whoa!
They're made out of chicken
It's
and
nothing.
Yeah, they're shitty,
yeah,
but they're
yeah.
fun.
But yeah, I guess in the name, big foot long dog. So
Dodger dog.
Yeah.
The Dodger dog.
All right, dude. You want to, now that we know who you are, you're the most amazing small business owner,
Don't say
veteran in Solano County.
I appreciate that, but
Tell us about this book, dude.
yeah. So as Spencer was saying, this book is called "Combat Sports in the Ancient World" by Michael B. Poliakoff. Poliakoff.
Sounds Polish.
Yeah. So this book is basically about sports in the combat, obviously in the ancient world. But so the ancient world we're talking about is 776 BCE, around that time.
Okay.
I remember you saying too, Kevin, around 500 is really bad, right? That time.
500 AD.
Oh, AD. Okay,
AD.
okay, my bad. All right, so I got that wrong.
But we
Other
also
direction.
have the the 1200s to the 800 BC is the sea people conquering, and we don't know who they were, and then they like destroyed.
Just ends of civilization.
Yeah, just-
that weird. It's like a huge
It's
question
weird,
mark.
yeah. It's just like the world ended in 1000 BC, I guess.
Yeah, so when we talk about combat sports, we're talking about sports. So when people think, oh, combat and sports, they might think gladiators. We're not talking about gladiators.
Right.
So we're talking about sports like wrestling, boxing, and then how they pronounce is pancration, but I've heard it pancration, which is MMA now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because pan everything means all.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I was just taking a lot of notes from it. Specifically, people might ask, why care? Like, why care about what
Yeah.
they did back in the day and stuff? But if you look at certain things, especially with like battles and things, it kind of tells you what they cared about, their characteristics, the things they put effort in. So I kind of wanted to go and talk about, what they did back in the day and kind of how to like contrast on what we do with sports now, because we
Love
do
it.
we
Yeah.
do the same sports, but obviously there's probably some differences there because of the cultures
Yep.
changed from the beginning to now.
100%.
Absolutely.
So like I said, 776 BC. So kind of like paint a picture of like what it would be like back then. Because if you're living now, you're probably watching this on YouTube or some type of podcast platform, and you're in like AC and stuff.
Yeah, your stupid slippers. You're
Yeah.
probably crunching on some carrots and hummus.
Silk slippers.
There
Yeah,
you
your
go.
silk slippers, dude.
Super comfortable, right?
So weak.
But yeah, so back then, just I don't know. When I was reading this, I was like, wow, dude, I take everything for granted. Like,
Yeah.
especially like now, we're like Kevin's like, yeah, well, you did wrestling, you did it, like,
Yeah.
Right.
but you did in AC or
Yeah.
with some like like a roof and
Yeah.
like mats and things like that. So if you think about the games or ancient Olympia back in like southern Greece, dude, compare and contrast. Like, so imagine walking in like in a tunnel or like some covered tunnel type wooden thing, right? Going into the arena. It's probably dirt. Because if you think about it now, like when I was walking my dog the other day, I'm like, man, everything's paved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're here in ancient Greece, it's dirt.
Yeah.
It's just horse shit
Yep.
and like just dust.
Absolutely.
It's a good point.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you're just walking around, it's just dusty everywhere.
Yep.
And there's a whole bunch of people gathering in one area. There's so much dust.
So much dust.
And it's hot. It's summer.
Yes.
And in southern Greece, it's like so hot. You're sweaty. Dust is in your face, but you're enthusiastic. The crowd is like crazy.
Pumping you up, bro.
You want to be there. You want to
Yeah.
get there. You want to watch this. And you're in this arena. And so you're walking there. You're walking in dirt, stepping over horse shit. But you're excited and you're enthusiastic. You get to your spot. And when you get to your spot and you're a commoner, right? You don't have as much money as other people. You're sitting down and you're sitting on the ground or a piece of wood or a rock. Like you're not compared to today. You're sitting in stands in a comfortable seat. Like it's
these are bleacher creatures, dude.
This is a crowd of people sitting around each other in dirt, dust, everything hot, and sitting cramped, but happy.
left
like-
field of Dodger Stadium.
Oh,
For sure.
oh,
In
Dude.
8th century, this is the same exact time period as when Homer would be reciting the
Oh,
Iliad.
truly?
Iliad.
Absolutely.
Truly.
750s,
Okay.
right? Like is when he
Interesting.
would be. So this is, we know, and we talked about the crowds and that. The crowds want it. Like
Oh,
they want the
yeah.
stories. And
Okay.
in the Iliad, they do funeral games. And so they do chariot races.
Mm.
And so like clearly a part of the culture of the time period of Homer is games. Like let's compete against people, against each other and
Yes.
shit. Absolutely.
and because you want your people to be happy.
Yeah.
You don't want them to uprise and
That's a
be-
good point.
Bread and circus.
Yes.
That's what it's
Bread and
called.
circus.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah, bread
okay.
and circus. It's like a Roman thing.
Is it?
Okay.
Red Circus.
It's good to know. Yeah. So you're there. It's hot, dust, and you're sitting on the ground. It's so hot, and there's barely any water. So just think about going into a place and it's summer. It's hot. It's dirty, dusty, horse shit everywhere. But you're happy, and you're happy that there's barely any water to drink. Like it's crazy. And then
Cool.
you compare it to here. Like when you think of like, let's just keep it to the like combat sports. Like when you think of MMA,
Mhm.
wrestling, boxing, think about those venues when you go there.
Incredibly nice.
How do you even get there?
Yeah, you drive.
Flyer drive.
Fly drive.
Yep.
So you have the subway.
Yeah, it's chill.
It's chill.
Even I just
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
a half marathon this morning, and everybody drove in.
yeah.
But I will say, you wait around in the sun,
Yeah.
and like you wait around. Like
Yeah.
there is like that, and it's nice. Like you can't have because you don't run. A lot of people don't run with their phones anymore. I don't run with my phone anymore. And it's kind of
Okay.
nice because you're just like, the fuck am I supposed to do with myself? I don't have my phone. Like, so you have to talk to people next
Yeah,
to you.
you have to figure
Ah,
it out.
It's kind of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cool. Like
Yeah.
To
okay,
be
like
forced into that position is fun.
it's good. I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, we need to get. So that's the point I kind of want to compare. and
Sure,
Exactly
absolutely.
what Kevin just hit it right there. Is we kind of miss those kind of old things that we should be doing, like converse with people, wrestle with people,
Yeah.
fight each other.
I do like the idea. Like let's just wrestle. Like
Let's just fight.
Let's just figure it out.
and we're on a mat. We're gonna have fun.
It's definitely tapping into part of our biology, I think. It's very, I would say, akin to, how some people get like a runner's high.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you're definitely tapping into something from your ancestry when they were like running and trying to
yeah,
get animals and
attrition hunting is why I do distance running.
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Truly.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like we're
a good
like
point.
the only animal they have
We're the
animal-
best at long distance running out of
On
any
planet
animal
Earth.
on planet
We
Earth.
last the
Nobody can beat
longest.
us.
Even wolves and wolverines, huh?
Yeah,
Totally.
they can't beat us at all.
Wow.
Nobody
Our
can
last
touch us.
longest.
That's why I love running so much.
That's
I
badass.
coach cross country. I'm like, and we're running. I run behind him. Like, just think, there's a mammoth and we're chasing it down. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to fuck with the kids.
But we're not as fast as
we're
them.
not as fast. We're
But
attrition
we're- oh,
hunters.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
we will chase
Long
them all
distance.
day,
Hunt
all
them.
day. And so we'll have
Yeah.
like a tiny little spear or a sharpened
I
rock.
like how you just like this.
and we just a little
little
prison
spear.
shank.
just 1,000 times.
And you just wait. You hunt that mammoth all day until it gets a little sleepy.
that
and
is
then-
exciting though.
It is cool.
You're
It's
just
just
yeah.
It's the same thing. So people like will do intermittent fasting before they hunt because it like increases their senses and
Yeah.
things. I think wrestling,
Clarity,
jujitsu, all of this is literally tapping back into what Nick is talking about
Absolutely.
from these thousands and thousands of years ago. I think human beings have always been doing it. And
And I remember even like wrestling, I remember being taught to me as a stamina sport, which is why I loved
Yes.
it at the time. It's 6 minutes, which sounds really fast. That's a long ass time to
Forever.
do anything.
Dude,
Any
forever.
animal doing anything for 6 minutes is long. It's a strain on your body. And so the whole goal of the practice was to get you to do 6 minutes of this thing without stopping, or 9 minutes, or whatever the timer was for that match. I was like, I really appreciated that like game. Like there's a game sense here. There's strategy and tactics to this.
Oh, strategy
awesome.
for sure. And like you said, it is stamina, but also you're pulling and squeezing
Yeah.
people. Like it has strength involved.
Absolutely.
And then bursts of speed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're scrambling.
Yes.
Scramble, get to that dominant position.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Yeah. In 6 minutes, yeah. Doing that for 6 minutes,
It's crazy.
dude, you're in a beast shape.
Yes.
So
I
It's
just
like whenever I
imagine-
watch a boxer pick up their gloves after 2 rounds. Like I don't know how you pick up your gloves after 2 rounds.
Dude,
like
they
my
feel
gloves are
like-
down. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
my shoulders are so tired.
But yeah, so getting back to that. So we're comparing, contrasting. So we're getting into the stadium. We're hot. We're thirsty. It's dirty. There's no food. And so talking about the food, when you go to a
Yeah, people
dude, there's
eat-
like
That's all it is.
it's food.
It's food
Yeah.
everywhere.
they make so much money off it.
Oh my god! And you will pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Because you want to be comfortable watching this.
Yep.
But the thing I think I picked out of both of these is like what you guys were tapping into is that, yeah, we have it easier today. They had it, far harder than us, but we both were enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
We both
Mm.
were wanting this. We want to see it. We want to be here.
That's the overlap.
Yeah, that's I think the
like
one
that.
main overlap is that it's within us.
Hmm.
As because we're animals,
100%.
right? And so I think it's just ingrained in us to do this kind of thing.
Totally. I mean, even have you ever Googled or YouTubed? I sound like a boomer.
Have you Googled the?
Monkeys wrestling. Hella interesting. When you watch chimpanzees wrestle each other,
I've seen a little, but never like
They get
Deep
down,
dive.
bro. They get down,
They do
and it's
get
just
down.
it's just interesting because they look
strong.
like humans.
Strong as
they're
fuck.
so
And you
strong.
can see the wheels turning upstairs. It's just fun.
Just seeing. Oh my god, they're just built. Yeah. So again, I want to keep going down this compare contrast
Yeah.
type thing, if that's okay with you guys.
I love it.
Okay. Again, the book is Combat Sports in the Ancient World. Go get it, guys, and read it. But I'm gonna hit a little bit from each one. So ancient times. Let's talk about recognition and prizes. So when you
Mhm.
think about recognition and prizes, what comes to mind when you're thinking about like ancient Greece in that time period? What do you think is like the mindset for like recognition and prizes?
Statues.
Let's talk about recognition first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, Spencer.
Well, no, you're good. I guess recognition, that where my mind goes when I think of Greece in ancient times, is statues. That was like a big way of them. But now that we
True.
just recently did Salamis, learning about
Salamis, what's that?
It's
Uh,
a naval battle.
it's a naval battle
coming out soon.
in the Mediterranean.
Oh, good.
It was happening concurrently with Thermopylae.
Oh, so back in the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so, but one thing that was interesting about that was rare fruits and how much that
Yeah,
was
like
a-
figs.
like
And that was
figs.
what, Athens and in the sea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persia,
Okay,
yeah.
Persia
Okay.
versus Athens.
Okay,
and all
okay.
that.
Actually, a
that's
little
where
bit
my-
after when yours is taking place.
Yeah,
A little bit after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're predating that, but that's where my mind goes as far as recognition.
Yeah, like
is concerned.
Statues. Okay.
Statues, or even physical things that are rare, like fruits.
Oh, to win.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, no,
Like
I
a
mean,
goat, maybe.
this is all, yeah, no,
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 like,
true.
My
Yeah.
favorite
Women.
Greek. So my favorite Greek
Eh,
wrestler is I forget his name, but he carries a goat up. Like his training is he carried his
Oh,
goat
that's
up
where that comes
Yeah,
from.
to get a drink of water every day. And so that's why I carry my kids to bed every day. That's like
Okay.
my secret training. I'm gonna slowly get stronger.
They're
over
gonna be
the years.
18 years old and be like, I'm so
Grease-
strong.
That's my fucking goal.
Grease in the groove, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's good. Good. Well, I'm glad we went that way. I thought we were gonna go the rape route.
Oh, well,
Like usually you do.
It
We
does
usually-
end
yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Unknown.
Non-zero.
Unknown.
Well, sports hopefully less.
I hope
It-
so.
It is. It is less.
I will
It
say,
is less
though-
because it's not war.
It's not war.
It's not war. It's not pillaging.
I will say though, wrestling is an entire section these days on those sites. Nude wrestling,
Oh, gotcha.
pornography.
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
what
Oh,
I'm talking
yeah,
about.
oh, yeah. I see
From what I was told on, from friends.
From friends, I told you. Yeah. No, but you're right. You're right. Recognition and prizes. Like simply, first place all that mattered. They didn't care about
I
second.
do like-
They
You
didn't
ain't
care about
first, you're
third.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah, second's the first last person, right? So
Ricky
like,
Bobby.
they only cared about first place. They didn't care about second. They care about third.
Mm.
This is the same. Is this the same thing as back in the day where people would join the military? It's like, sorry, dude, you unfortunately this is the time of your life where you have to go get glory now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was
Mhm.
part of the
Go
resume.
get.
You know what I'm saying?
It came with, I think, right? Like you
would,
knew
would,
your.
would this be a similar thing? Where like, hey, I have to fight because it's a glory thing. This is like a part of my like resume as who I am as a man in this culture.
Yeah, well, because it's a sport, so they made it like democratic, like meaning anyone could do it. Like you can be a fisherman, you can be a rich person, whatever, but except females. Females weren't allowed at the time to compete in these things. But yeah, it was once you meaning like if you signed up to do this and you wanted to do it, you were seeking that glory. You were seeking number one.
So Nick Hernandez in this time period is like, all right, cool, I'm gonna be a fighter, and then that's what you can just
And you
dedicate
can be
your time to.
And you can be any profession. Like I said, fishermen, like they competed. They wanted to be.
That's
do this.
dope. So I didn't know that.
Yeah, it could be anyone. It was more democratized as far as the Olympic sports back in the day.
Epic.
Yeah,
Epic.
it was good, but except for like I said, they didn't at the time allow females.
Thank you for re-mentioning that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I forgot.
Well, that reminds me of
That's good.
in the Iliad. You know, you're talking about gaining glory, and what do they say? It's that they had their God-given abilities. So, like when mortals transcend and they become gods, essentially, right? It's like the God gift or whatever.
Yeah.
I forget what the hell it's called. It's where the word Allah comes from,
Mm.
or Ole. Ole is the same word too. It's like if you're saying Ole, you're supposed to be hyping up that guy, like, oh, you're doing like your God-given abilities.
Okay, that's cool.
And so the first place being the only one you recognize would be that would make sense in that capacity. If you're trying to only celebrate those that are transcending like the limits of humanity,
Mhm.
the top guy is the guy who did it. Everybody else didn't do it. You
Yeah,
know, like so let's celebrate that guy.
Yeah, dude, it was funny. I was listening to a baseball game the other day, and they said something that resonated with
Oh.
me because of our Iliad series and what you're talking
Yeah.
about, where it was about to rain and it didn't. And they're like, "Oh, the baseball gods shine upon us." tonight." And I was like,
Nice.
"That's so cool that they're
love
calling." They don't even. I don't even know if they know they're calling back
Right.
that, but that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so first place is all that mattered. Nothing else was rewarded or recognized. But when you compare that to
Oh,
today,
exactly.
that's one of the things I'm trying to think about and understand how we got from that to today. Which I mean, people will argue and say things about specifically like when we're talking about wrestling or boxing or MMA type things. But like when you have kids in sports, like
Yep.
everyone gets a trophy, and I don't really have a problem with that as long as like you do reward the first place person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, you get a reward
A
for
completion. Yeah.
You guys did do it.
You did it. You were
Yeah.
here. Thanks. Cool.
Yeah.
But like here, it's more like first, second, third. Like when you think about jiu-jitsu matches, you think about those type of things. There's always a first, second, and third now. So
Yeah, there is.
there's always a first, second, third.
There was
Mhm.
a podium today.
See, there you
And a
go.
half.
Okay.
I think I got top 10. I think
Oh,
I
there
did
you go.
good.
Did you really?
Like overall, yeah.
That's epic.
I was like, oh,
Dope.
probably should have stayed. It's fine.
It's a
It
lot.
was like it was a small group.
Like, all right, see ya.
I was like, I don't care. I just want
I
to
have
go
a
eat food.
podcast
Yeah.
to do.
Well, I was
That's
like hungry. I was like, I'm gonna go eat some food.
That is really interesting about because where my mind goes, and every time there was a UFC fight last night, and every time that I see the belt, I'm like, I feel like me personally would not give a fuck about the physical belt, and I do think, like, was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Tyson Fury, right? Didn't he, after he won the world title, like want to commit suicide or something like that?
I don't even know what Tyson Fury.
But I know what you're trying to. It doesn't mean much.
Nothing. So I appreciate the fact that like all that matters is really first. I don't need like
Now, let me ask you this: is it because of the way you are?
Yeah, you are kind of that guy.
Meaning, like you're not.
You're
like,
almost anti-competitive.
Exact. Not anti-competitive, but also like no one's special.
Yeah.
That's Spence. We like Fight Club. No one is
No
special.
one's special. Yeah.
So
Fair
is it because
point.
like that's your attitude and
Fair
He's a
point.
suffering person. Like, let's suffer together.
It's the whole like how the Marines are
Suffering
like,
together,
we
yes.
do more with less.
Yeah.
Like that's our thing.
Yes.
And it's like
and
does
it's
suck.
normal.
Okay.
Because I
I don't know, but
Fair point.
I go-
That's
don't-
fair point.
I go
I don't
back
know.
and forth because I do
Yeah.
like that they hand out medals to all the people. Like, I don't want the medal after like the half marathon. Like, thanks for trash.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it's like a big deal that they
Dude, you
completed
can hang
it.
it right there.
I know, but I
Right
have so,
behind
I have
you,
so
the
many
little-
nonsense like marathon, half marathon medals. But I see some people, and it's like they clearly worked for 6 months to get across that finish
Yeah.
line. And I'm like, I'm happy you got this, just because from the behavioral standpoint, you are likely to do it again. But I also don't want you to think like you crushed at this as like a competition. Like, you finished, which is great, but you didn't actually compete.
Yeah,
yet.
some people was like, my New Year's resolution is to do
Yeah.
that. It's like keep your medal, put it up in your,
Yeah.
tell your kids about it. Whatever.
If it makes you run again the next day, I'm very happy for you, and I'm happy it's there. But
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that you're good at this.
It sucks. I don't know where I stand because I always argue with my wife about this in baseball and things like that. But it is because my he's 8. He plays right here in Arlington. We always have a little arguments because I'm like, the point of the sport is to win,
Yep.
is to do these things, and the practice is to get skill.
Yep.
In my opinion, you gain the skill in practice, you try different things there, and then you use the team in a way to win the game. I'm on the fence because I want people to win, but also I think I like the preparation more. Like gaining the skill.
I feel like
Dude.
Spencer's in your camp.
Yes. So
But I understand the other side because I argue, hey, we're here to win, and if
Yeah.
you don't like that, like I'm sorry, but that means you need to get better. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But sometimes it's out of their control. There's different variables. There's so many different variables in life, especially at a younger
Yeah.
age. But I don't know. I can understand both sides, but I personally like the journey there, the actual skill, the training, the planning, the strategy, and then just doing it with your team. Because you're MMA, you're boxing, you're wrestling, you're on the mat by yourself, technically, but getting there, everyone got you there.
Yeah.
Because you trained with your partner. You can't do it without partners.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So
Well,
I don't know.
I feel like I like competition more than Spencer,
You do. You love competition.
but it's because I think it's the only motivating factor that keeps me to practice hard. Because I love, I don't mind, but I also,
It's like you need each
I don't
other.
mind
Yeah.
losing. Like I love
need it.
losing.
Yeah.
You do. Like I love
we're
losing,
made for each other, Kevin.
but I love trying to. I like being a tool for somebody that wins. Like it wasn't free for you, and like I appreciate that. That like my role was to make it not free. So like I made you work to beat me.
Yes.
And that's cool because I
That
did
is
my
cool.
job. And so that motivates me to like go back and practice more. Like I'm going to make them have to work even freaking harder to beat me next time. And therefore we're all better.
And therefore people get better and better and better
Right,
and better.
exactly.
And then people like, what's his face who did skateboarding? He did what, a 360, and then like after that, a year later, everyone did like 720.
Yeah.
That's what makes people better and better.
Yes.
So, I think you need those. It's a double sided.
Yep.
You need it. So,
yeah.
Not everybody's as motivated as you, Spencer.
Am I
you say
motivated?
motivated? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, am I motivated?
He is. This is the thing. It's different motivations. Like he gets up every morning, works out, or he comes and does jiu-jitsu, or both. Sometimes he does 2 days of training a day. So that is, to me, not motivating, but discipline.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Okay.
Difference.
Well, because like
difference.
my wife and I sign up for races all the time. That
That's
way
cool.
we
Have
build
a goal.
workouts.
my wife is the same way.
And so it helps
She
us
needs
like
goals.
build workouts to go. Or else I won't do a longer run than a couple miles.
I was talking about this the other day with one of my friends where he was bouncing some ideas off of me about staying healthy and fit. And one of the things that I said was, one of the having something to do outside of your home with a group of people that involves
That third space.
is huge, bro.
Huge.
And then what happens is if you're a pickleballer or a jiu-jitsu practitioner, then you're like, oh, dang, what can I do in the gym to help with
Yeah.
that? And that is so fun, dude. I'm constantly talking to AI and being like, what kind of hinges should I do to help with my grappling? And it's cool.
It branches out.
Yeah.
It branches out. Yeah, for sure. That's true. Yeah, people specifically, I think men need a purpose.
Yeah.
And they need that purpose outside the home because they need something to.
Others were insufferable.
Yeah. Seriously.
Otherwise, men are annoying as
Yeah,
shit. Can you
Yeah.
fold the laundry? Oh, I can
Yeah.
put it in a pile on the chair for you.
Yeah, seriously. But I will say, because I remember about the prizes, you were talking about statues. Funny thing I was thinking about when you said statues and I read about it in the book was, and it's obvious, but you don't think about these things until you read it and you're like, oh yeah, and then you see it. Statues specifically, they have statues of people with cauliflower. And it was and it was a symbol of like work and
Absolutely.
like when you get a scar in battle,
Yeah.
like I earned that. So
I would say that amongst the people who practice jiu-jitsu these days, I would say cauliflower ear is something that's sought after. Would you not
sought
say?
after? Sought after?
Yes.
I feel like it went back and forth in high school. Kids would like
So,
be
see?
very,
Yeah.
they like it, but it is also extremely painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the coaches got really mad and you had it so they'd hold you down and like poke it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you kind of deserve this. I saw you
Yeah.
not wear headgear so you
Yes.
could get it.
There you go.
So in jiu-jitsu and grappling at my practice, no one wears headgear.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Now, so that's different from wrestling. 'cause
Is there
like,
a lot of over the ear stuff? Like, because in wrestling, that's all it is. Like, once you get to the mat, it's so much over the
we
ear.
do a lot. So, like I said in the beginning, we talk about grappling as like wrestling with submission. So the way I schedule practice and the way I break it up is we do it in 4 sections. I do some warm up, which is consisting of hand fighting because we always hand fight. We are never not hand fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 1. And then we go into submissions. We start from where I want you to be,
Right.
to the beginning. So I want you to be in submission mode, and then we work backwards from there. So submission, then guard, pins, standing. So to answer your question, in the submissions, we might be doing like head and arm chokes where your head and arms connected,
Okay.
and a lot of smack, or triangle chokes with your legs where you're a lot of hitting on the side of the ears. And then when we move into like pinning, you have a lot of like, using your head and ear to
Yes.
grind on your partner to hold their shoulders
all day.
all day, right? And then we do standing lastly, and that's a lot of like collar ties,
Yeah.
and things like that. So we do a lot, but I'm not gonna say we do maybe as much as wrestling, but in a different way.
Sure.
Because like in wrestling, you don't do triangle chokes.
You don't do the triangle,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
you
have
don't-
to
you-
go
you-
over that
yeah, so-
behind the head to turn them.
Yeah, so you will get it.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like maybe a genetic thing. Some people get it, some people don't.
That's right. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's weird because you can be the hardest. Like our we have a student named David, little David. He's big as shit.
He's a bull.
He doesn't have cauliflower ear,
No.
but it's not like he's not strong or he's not aggressive.
Mm.
So I think it's kind of like a kind of like a genetic type thing, or maybe like certain things affect it more than others. I don't know.
Yeah, because
It-
he's been wrestling in high school and too.
If you
Yeah.
don't know what cauliflower ear, Google it. It's really gross.
It is
your,
gross.
your ears are deformed.
But
It's like a
it's kinda
hematoma,
awesome.
hematoma
It
on
is.
your ear,
It is.
and then it gets hard
It
and
gets
weird
hard.
shapes.
And some people get hard for it,
Yes,
including statues.
It's
like
like I
there's
said,
three
yeah.
jokes in one right there,
that
bro.
Was really
Man,
good.
you're on a roll.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't keep up.
My dad jokes, dude. Sunday, the dad jokes come out.
I love it. So, what do you think? Recognition prizes? Pretty different.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the
I like the
cultural
one-
attitude, huh?
Yeah. It's interesting.
It is interesting. Now, I don't know if it's affected because we get comfortable as technology progresses. You know, we get houses, we get plumbing, we get AC, things like that. And so,
But I think too, just as social sciences have developed, like B.F. Skinner producing all of the behavioral sciences, and now we know that like rewards motivate people to do more. And so, if you're not competing at the highest level, what we want most is to get people to go back out the next day. And so, if the shiny little thing gets them to come out the next day, even if I disagree with it, I'm going to give it to them.
true. But I also think that rewards are different for everyone.
That is
Totally.
That is absolutely. So that's an
For me,
underexplored concept in the B.F. Skinner
Yes,
stuff, which
yes.
is that you're supposed to do like reinforcement inventories. And so like I know that Spencer doesn't like a tangible token.
so what is he like?
So he probably would
What's
like
he motivated by?
what is Spencer motivated by?
I am very much a goal oriented person.
Yeah.
So I usually like, as both of you guys know, because you've known me for so long, I come up with ideas and then you see me kind of try to seek them out.
Yeah.
Like I am a very goal oriented person. So
Yes.
like seeing things take fruition from like an idea that was like formed in my head, and then I'm like, whoa, I just watched my idea become reality.
Mhm.
That's my reward.
I'm gonna do I think your actual reinforcement is freedom. To do what you want to do.
Dang.
So
Like-
you want choice. Like
I do like choices.
You earn the ability to do whatever you want to do in the afternoon.
I do. This is that's true.
Meaning he put in the hard work in the first
he
part
put
of
in
the
the hard
day.
work. He worked out, ate healthy. He raised his kids as best he can. Now he gets to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Now
for
it's
free.
4:30. You can stop that now.
Yeah,
It's true.
You know?
I'm the type of person
there
that
ain't no way
literally-
his kids are going to sleep at 4:30.
Logan.
dude.
He's
He's playing baseball till
firecracker,
8:30.
dude.
Non-stop, bro. One
Oh
mode.
man, that's crazy. Okay, yeah. So those are recognition prizes. And again, and the book goes far deeper in like statues and things like that. I just wanted to hit. a
I do
couple
like
notes.
it. It is interesting. At the highest level, should we reward less? Should we make it more
Very
competitive?
interesting.
Which kind
Yeah.
of randomly goes into the argument of should we let athletes do steroids? Because like should
I
we
say
see how
yes.
far we get?
A lot of
No,
people say
absolutely.
yes.
Like let's just see
I say
how
if
far
it's,
they
I
can
say
go.
either make it for everyone or not.
You're already doing something dangerous.
Yes,
Keep going.
yes. Be educated.
Yeah, there's smart ways to do it.
Yes.
I mean, protein powder. Do you remember when creatine powder first came out? How scared everyone was of it? You remember that?
I remember my dad talking to my brother
Creatine's
about
the most-
Do you see what I'm saying?
because all the wrestlers were taking.
And there was, dude, well, wrestlers were dying because they were sweating while taking it at the same time.
Yes.
So it was like, well, that's
we
dumb.
weren't allowed to
That's
drink
dumb.
water,
Yeah,
so we started having to do gravity piss tests.
dude.
It's fucking hilarious.
Whoa. That makes sense.
So
That's good.
Makes a lot of sense.
I always do this with my wife. I'm like, you know what this boomer thing? And I'll just text her, and she's like, yeah. That right there. I remember that in football, boxing, not drinking water because
Yeah.
for some
Cuts.
reason.
Yeah,
Because you're badass. Because
Yes.
not drinking water.
Or
I was always cutting weight. Like,
yeah, yeah.
damn
It's
it,
like,
dude.
I feel like it's similar with when it's freezing outside and people are like, I'm fine.
yeah.
Oh, it's the
They're
shorts
just
in the
like-
winter.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I'm not
fine.
cold.
Like
I don't
it's
actually
like
get that
below
Like
zero.
it's
bro.
snowing right now.
cold. Kids still do that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, kids do that. Yeah, all the
It's a
time.
flex.
Oh my
That's
god,
what I'm saying.
It is
It's
a
a
flex,
weird thing
yeah.
where people are like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So, recognition and prizes. As far as a format, I think they were saying in ancient times as a single elimination. That's where we kind of got that from. There was no team, anything, obviously, because like wrestling, boxing,
Right.
MMA, they never thought about teams. It was always about that single person. Like when we go back to recognition and prizes, you're that person trying to achieve that goal and be number one, the one.
Was the boxing bare fist boxing?
Oh, we'll get into that.
So wait, I do have a
Holy
question about
shit.
the teams and things of this nature, though.
Okay.
Do we know if they would have the same weight class when they would fight each other, though, or was it not like that?
Weight classes, I can't remember if there were specific weight classes. I wanted to say that there's not, but I can't say that for sure.
Because doesn't that sound insane?
Because-
it's like, oh, dude, this huge man over here has been winning for the last 5 years because he's 300 pounds and 6'9".
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. You guys keep going.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about equal weight classes, but they was single elimination.
Okay,
They did not pay to enter. And
first come first
no
served situation,
teams. So today, if you think about like wrestling or specifically jiu-jitsu or grappling, things like that, you have all kinds of formats today.
huh? Oh yeah,
I mean, we were watching IAGA, we were watching CGI. You got things like quintets. If you don't know what quintets are, it's like quintets, quint is what, 5, right? So you have 5 versus 5, and you have specific weight classes, and then that weight class you go against each other, and then
oh
depending on-
interesting.
depending on the rule, like if you get a submission, you win and move on to the next weight class until
Sure.
you lose.
Whoa,
the hell?
So that's the thing that I like about current times, that we're more flexible. Let's see what we
Yeah.
can do. But they were also like, let's see what we can do because there's no rules. Like there's no
yeah.
there's no breaks, no rests, no rounds. Like
It looks like there was no weight class.
Okay,
it
so
was
there's
just
no
about
round-
throwing.
yep,
Whoever could make the 3 throws wins.
yeah,
It's 3 throws to get somebody
Falls.
out. Yeah,
Oh,
falls. Yeah,
interesting.
because it's Greco, right?
Yep.
It's like the
it's all So it's
No legs.
falls.
Crazy.
and it's
Okay.
still around. I love it. I love that Greco wrestling. It's
Same.
still a freaking
Oh, it's great.
thing.
It's so badass.
It's awesome.
But yeah, so back then there's like no teams.
That's
No
crazy.
format.
But they had coaches though,
They did.
which is crazy.
They had coaches.
Like,
and
that
that was
coaches
a
have
big
existed.
thing back then too.
I
the
bet.
Coaches, yeah.
Do you think that? See, I was going to talk about this in the beginning of the episode. I imagine that similar to your philosophers who sat around and thought, right?
Mhm.
That was their job. was
Which
to
they
think-
also participated in these
In normal
Yeah, they
life.
were-
Yeah.
Well, they because like
And like you said, the Iliad, all even in the Bible, people were wrestling,
Yeah.
people were boxing. This is
wasn't
ingrained.
Plato. It was either Plato or Socrates. Like big,
Yeah,
big boxer.
Socrates.
Like
Yeah.
very, very
Oh,
good.
yeah, he was a
Yeah.
wrestler,
He was-
and so was was it Epictetus, and like Stoics were hella
Wasn't-
huge
no,
into wrestling. And,
It was ingrained in every part of life. Like that was like, for example, we do like weights. Majority of people do weights or
Yeah.
some type of. That's how they exercise. Back
so,
then.
but what I'm saying is, like, you know how like philosophers would sit there, perhaps in a circle, and they would be like, "All right, so let's tackle like this idea, and let's just
Right.
like throw." Do you think it was very similar to wrestling? Like, so today, kind of like when we practice, where it's like we're gonna get in this situation and figure out how the fuck to get out of it.
I would say yes because
Yeah.
because there's a lot of historical knowledge now, which where we can start where they like ended type thing, you know.
Mhm.
Because it's not like God or whoever you believe in came down and was like, "All right, this is how you do this move."
Here's a
Now
lateral
do it.
throw.
Yeah.
Make sure
Yeah.
it go right over your head. Make sure you look
Yeah.
straight up.
We're doing arm drags today, so this is how you do it. Step
This one's
1,
called
step
a
2.
crucifix.
Yeah. I like that. Was good, dude.
Cement. Do you guys
Yeah.
do cements? That was my
Never
favorite
heard of
move.
this.
No.
What's this?
No.
You tuck the head into your chest, and then you kind of get your hand in under their neck a little bit. And you kind of tilt it.
Oh, good.
Oh, we call that kind of guillotines.
Guillotine. That is similar.
Kinda similar,
Guillotine
yeah.
and cement,
because you're cementing them in place. Is that like the
kind of.
idea?
And it was like my only move that I was really good at. I was
Yeah,
like, "This is
get it.
my fucking move.
Yeah.
I got
Hey.
one."
what you're good at, you're good
Yeah.
at, bro. It is
Yeah,
what it
hold
is.
that head, move it where it goes. The
I
body
wasn't
falls.
aggressive enough to actually take someone down. So like that was nice because they lose stamina, and then like, all right, I can push you over.
Now I can
Yeah.
gently push you over.
Yes.
Hey, Kevin's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah. No. Yep. It was a lot of people probably sitting around and saying, "All right, if I grab these legs,
Mm-hmm.
and if I grab them this way, this guy, my neck and head is exposed. like finding out things like weaknesses like that. If I bring 2 legs together and I wrap my arms around them, they have to be on 2 legs. So let's do that. And then a lot of it, when I was looking at this stuff, it really hit home because that's my biggest thing is like this whole idea in jiu-jitsu nowadays is like, oh, you need this like grandmaster to tell you how to do things because he has a scroll and a lineage, and it's not.
Yeah.
Like, who told that person and who told that person? Well, who told that person?
Nick
Well, who's the
said,
first
"It's
person?
not."
Who's the first person that
It's
told
not.
them? No, they did it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They
That's a
did it,
solid
figured it
point.
out.
Dude. That's straight up inspiring that you say that. In my
Yeah.
like honest opinion, bro, because like there's a bunch of assholes out there who are like, no, you don't have the proper Literally, dude. Okay, this is important for people to hear. You want to know where I have a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, whatever the fuck that means. Do you know where I put my blue belt?
Can't wait to hear this.
Right next to my credentials that I am an ordained minister
Oh, cool.
because I married my friends. They
Oh.
both mean the same. I'm an ordained minister, bro. Like I
That's
just
cool.
paid for something online is what I'm saying.
It's like a teacher credential.
That's cool.
I fucking hate teaching credentials.
That's awesome.
all right.
But yeah, I would say they sat around and they thought about this stuff because they found it interesting. Because, I mean, like we were saying in the beginning, we're always fighting. We're always trying to see who's better and just exercising. So in order to find these things out, they were doing things and finding out things that work that always worked. So if you can do things on certain people,
Mm-hmm.
on multiple people, as many times as you can, that thing would be, I don't know, a very good, successful skill. So things like grabbing both legs, things like wrapping your arm around someone's neck, things like getting on someone's back because they can't use their hands and legs because you're on their back, right? These things were common and found out, and then they started learning those ways. And that's why coaches were big back then.
Yeah, I bet. And they're bored as fuck.
There's not a lot,
A lot of
TV,
downtime.
not a lot of TV shows they're waiting for to come out the next day.
My dad and I end up reverting to wrestling if we hang out more than 3 days
Yeah.
together.
Really?
Like, we just can't. Like, you can't not
Awesome.
because you're just spending.
Yeah.
You're trying not to be on your phone because you're around family and stuff. So you're just hanging out, and we're like, I want to fucking fight you.
You wanna
like,
hand fight?
I love you, but like, I think I could take you. And he's like, yo, I'll die before I let you take me. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Did your dad wrestle in high school?
No,
He's a large man.
no, he like skateboarded. He's such a nerd. He could have been
That's
a great
tight.
athlete.
That's
He's so
awesome.
tall.
Yeah.
6'4", wasted.
He's a large man.
I agree with that, but also I think back in the day there was a lot more things to focus on because technology takes care of all the things now.
It's true.
So we do have to like take care of the farm. We do have to
They have to prepare their
Homestead.
food, dry their
everything.
food,
It's just
smoke
everything.
their fish.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Stuff
but,
I do as a hobby.
but
They do for
but-
necessity.
but kind of to your point though, like there's like we need a break from that.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's take all that stress off of us and start.
Well, and there's so many barriers, like at schools, you're like, don't touch each other and stuff, but like also we've been hanging out for like 6 hours. Like
Yeah.
maybe you guys
Dude,
should wrestle a
boys.
little bit. You guys have been talking some mad shit. Maybe you guys figure out who's better right now.
Dude, when I started doing the wrestling at Cooper, I texted coach, shout out to Mr. Chris Brasado, but he's like, oh, you're like actually having them wrestle. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah, dude.
as long as they're
we're
getting
doing it.
coached, bro,
Yeah.
we're good.
And that's on the coach. The
Yeah.
coach should be able to
Yeah.
create practice to make sure that they're doing things that they're getting skill from, but also take care of them.
It's safe.
Yeah, it is. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Spencer is sweating right here. Look,
I'm
right
sweating.
there.
My shirt is
Look at this right
darker
there.
green than it used to be.
Holy crap!
Are you not though?
I'm wearing black.
That's right.
You
don't
told me it was
sweat
gonna be
when
hot.
you wear black. I did
Yeah.
mention it. Yeah.
The format and things like that. And back in the day, they had just single elimination, no weight classes, like Kevin was saying, and just no rounds, no rest, and it was just number one, right? But today, like what we're talking about, there's a lot of different formats as far as like type of competition, like quintet, single elimination, 20-minute rounds, no rounds, things like that. So there's similarities. I think now I like the way we do it now.
Yeah, the weight class is smart.
Weight class is smart.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
That's
would
for
not want to
longevity.
watch like a Derek Lewis fight a Mikey Musumeci.
But the thing is, back
Right.
in the day, their attitude was death before
Yeah.
defeat.
Yeah.
So
The
they didn't
best. They want
care.
to know who the best is.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things on like, do we get carried away? Me as like this liberal hippie on equity stuff. Sure, I get carried away. I will admit that. But like, is weight class is one of the things that like is probably good
Yeah.
for like equity? Like, sure, like yes,
Yeah, for everyone that wants to do this, and
they want to
and-
compete.
Yeah,
because there's no way the 98-pound guy had a chance in Greece to like.
and that's the thing. I'm kind of like kind of blurring the lines, which I shouldn't be. Is I'm thinking right now. Well, we're talking about general population now, and we're talking about Olympic style, like the
Right.
best back in the day. So if we compare,
Okay.
I would say yeah. So
It was also like you said, volunteer.
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
you're making that gamble when you go in.
That's true.
True.
It's just crazy. I'm thinking about the comparison. 'Cause we're playing the comparison game
Yes.
today, so I'm like, I get all sad when I get ringworm, but
That's true.
but they're like, oh, Johnny's arm's gone. He can't participate anymore.
He fought Thebes
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. Seriously.
That horse just took out his arm.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gone. That's done.
And
Do you
now
put
he
do you
can't
put bleach
help.
on your arm, on your ringworm?
Oh, no, nope. I can't. I already have skin issues, bro. I can't be
Pussy.
bleach.
Right.
You obviously didn't go to Vacaville High School.
Best wrestling
They like
program.
pull you like, all right, just put some bleach on it and don't
That's
tell
what you
your
told
mom,
me, bro. That's what you told me. That's intense.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember standing in my dark little laundry room, like with my mom not looking, putting bleach on him. Like, I hope Mr. Birch doesn't get mad at me.
He said dark little laundry.
Because I turned off the light just so no one could see
I
me.
understand what you're talking about.
It's absolutely how I would do it.
Coach Birch, he
I love that guy.
He coached my son
Yeah?
Oh,
in wrestling.
nice.
I love.
So
And Penaluna's not there anymore. Penaluna's also. He's a,
Coach Birch is awesome.
yeah,
He's good. He's a good coach. He gets it done.
coach.
Good guy.
So it was Birch, Marino, and Penaluna. They were in Adam White, who's now a principal. Shout out.
Love that guy. Adam. Shout out to Adam White. Vacaville.
All right,
Good stuff.
I'll
Nice.
cut that. Let's go.
I felt like that was respectful.
Yeah, no.
No.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So then we continue on with I was saying death before defeat. That was the whole attitude back then. Today, it's not. It's about how you play the game today.
Yeah, stakes are lower.
Stakes are lower
Much
for
lower.
sure, but also you're right because rewards are different back then. Right now, we get paid. You can get paid or get Olympic gold medal for representing your country. But yeah, I think back then they were just more into winning, like the idea of like I beat that guy
There's this common
instead of
term.
representing
Yeah.
your country.
There's this like current term that we use these days, clout,
Clout, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And it does feel like a lot of. I'll speak specifically within the UFC that they win so that they can talk shit and go
Yeah.
on social media
Yeah, I was
and
about to
do
say.
like that kind
Mm.
of stuff,
yeah, yeah. But that also
which I don't love, if I'm being honest.
that does make the fans want to watch
know.
more because they want a bad guy
Yeah, it's like
or a
rage
good
bait.
guy.
the
yeah.
heel.
Yeah, the heel. Yeah, in
The
in
heel,
wrestling.
yeah.
yeah. So
It is so weird that like one of the best wrestlers that I grew up with, Clayton Jack. Shout out Clayton Jack. Fucking love that guy. Like state. I don't know if he won state or not. He probably did. He was so good. He would like just crush people and then lift them up and be like, "We did it! We did so good!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, you were insane! Like, who
Just a
are you?"
goober.
But then, like after college, there's not really like a professional track for wrestling, and then he became a like WWE wrestler.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
because that's the track that you
That is the
take,
move.
and so like that's crazy because he was just as an athlete so technical and so like knowledgeable and so intense about winning and being great and
A lot
That's
of
what
a
he
lot of them are going into MMA now. Wrestling's become huge into MMA.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Uriah Faber, I'm telling you, it was 2003. I went to his camp and that's what he was like preaching.
Iowa, Penn State, and Oklahoma State are like the schools that are like the dope wrestling schools, right? Wouldn't you say?
yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And all those guys are going like to the UFC after and all that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, they do well. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of theatrics in there, a little bit of entertainment. Although, back in ancient Greece, there was entertainment, but
Yes.
the athletes themselves
Yeah.
were there to like win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it was a little different.
Well, it's nice because they don't represent a team. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no brand
Yeah.
affiliate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna fucking beat this
Yeah.
guy. That's kind of nice.
It is
I like it.
kinda
I kind of
nice,
like that
dude.
it's stripped down about. I do worry, like it gets annoying with athletes worrying about like brand labels and like sponsorships
And saying
and-
you got to censor what you say.
Yeah.
Say this or that.
or
It's
you have to be rage baity because you need to be
need to be,
the
yeah.
enemy. Like
like, I don't know.
interesting.
That's why I like Marshawn Lynch, dude. He's just yeah.
He's so funny, dude.
He's hilarious. He doesn't
Yeah.
care about the
He
media.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's like,
It's
I'm
funny.
just here so I don't get.
This is
fined."
not really like a thing in the running community as far as I know. Like
No,
it's like Kipchoge is like the GOAT for running, and he's just like everyone's doing so good.
yeah, no.
Good job,
the,
everyone.
The
Yeah.
running community is not like that at
The
all.
running community has fun guys like in the distance in the marathon where that's like what I run, but it's different. Like what they say,
Mm.
they'll be like, "So when you're running, like how do you monitor? Like do you monitor your mile pace?" Kipchoge, I think it's Kipchoge, says something like, "A Ferrari doesn't need to see how fast he's going."
Yeah.
like that's a dope line, dude.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
cool.
like no, I'm not a little bitch. I don't look at stats. Like
I just
you, bro.
I just run really good.
yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, so that was kind of like the compare and contrast type thing. Training.
Yeah,
about training?
I'm very interested in the training.
Training, yeah. Training, I always love training and how other coaches do other things.
We're all very old because we just like the training aspect now.
Yes.
How did the training go?
My knees. Yeah, for real. So yeah, training. So wrestlers, boxers, and like I was saying, when we're talking about the wrestlers, boxers, and the pancratians or pancratians, they train in the same area. Palestra. It's a big, like kind of like a gym. You go there,
Okay.
it has sand or mud
Mhm.
because you can't train. There's no mats, right?
Yeah.
So you're training in that type of place where they had lockers. Same type of thing here. I think
Yeah.
we kind of modeled it because obviously gymnasium, right? So-
Interesting. Yeah.
So, you know, it's
Whoa.
kind of like shaped like
I'm gonna
it.
look it up.
I'm
gonna look at the
probably
etym-
wrong.
I'm gonna look
No, I
at the
don't think you
etymology.
are,
No, I don't
dude.
think you are. That's why I'm
Um,
looking up.
But yeah, so they had locker rooms, they had benches, they had things where they take care of each other before and after training sessions and things like that. But a lot of it was live training. But
Like
also
what you do. Right?
True, but not as much. So the thing with the way I train is that you can. What I try to do is scalability. How much can I scale a practice to each individual's training and skills? And back then, it was more like how can we scale like injury prevention, meaning wrestlers. Very rough, very hard, but you're training in the sand and mud. You're not going to get as hurt. You know, you might break a finger, you might hurt a knee or something like that. But when you're striking with like your fist
Yeah.
and kicking, and what pancratians did, they had to do a lot of light, like sparring, a lot of light striking, things like that. And it's funny because, like Kevin was saying, like what did they wear as far as like gloves and stuff? Like when they were at the Palestra, the gym training, they would wear like padded gloves. Like what you would see now is what we wear gloves to strike in like in competition or things
Sure.
like that. And to train so you can save your hands, save your face and things like that. But like in the actual competition, like boxers, they wore like leather thongs, like thin straps that maybe sometimes would go an inch past your knuckles and then maybe like down here, but it was like a thin padded, like just think like a thin like sandal
Okay. Yeah.
and then wrapped around
Like a flip flop around
a
your
flip flop,
Yeah.
but very thin. And so back in the day, they would want to do wrestling first, pancration second, if you're doing multiple events, and boxing last because you would get beat up.
Knocked out and shit. I'm
With those
assuming.
strikes.
Yeah, bro.
So
Okay.
that's why. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Kevin.
No. Gymnasium. What do you guys think? The original. You're correct. It is Greek.
Oh, okay.
What do you think the Greek word meant? Gymnasium. It comes from this word gymnasium.
A place to gather, or
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Like a. I was in my mind because I'm just gross. Was thinking of like a bathhouse.
oh, there you go.
You guys are both almost correct.
Because
it
you're
says,
both gay.
Why'd you think that?
It says it comes from Greek and it comes from exercise naked.
oh,
so close.
and that's
Bathhouse.
We're on like
Yeah,
the
you
same.
guys are like.
yeah, we're parallel.
If you
dude.
split the difference, you guys are there.
But
Yeah,
but that makes sense because
Yes.
they used to fight and train naked.
Yes. And they wrestled naked, right?
Yeah,
Like absolutely.
Yeah. It was a thing back then where you would do when you would train.
We
train and do it.
pretend like we don't wrestle naked anymore, and they wear singlets. And like I remember being
that's worse than
I remember being in
naked.
7th grade and be like,
Yeah.
I go, wear this out. All my friends and family are gonna see this, huh?
Literally the only reason I didn't wrestle in high school.
My
I
tiny
didn't want people
penis
to see
and balls just
exactly.
like show
didn't want
on
to
this
see
little
my.
singlet.
I'm obviously, as most white men, a grower, not a shower.
It's
So
not-
no, thank you.
Yeah,
Not my
just-
strength right there. My little belly shows now. Okay, a lot of
Your belly.
Cheetos.
That is, yeah, the belly. That is funny. We care more about the belly.
I cared about both.
It just feels like the singlet makes the belly more apparent.
True.
It does.
Yeah.
True.
It
yeah.
doesn't hide it.
Anything tight on your body.
Totally.
Yeah. But yeah, they wrestling with sand. They train nude. They use a lot of oil for hygiene.
That makes sense. Yeah.
to put on your body so you can protect your skin and things like that.
God, they probably have such great skin.
Yeah.
All that olive oil
Yeah.
It probably looked
in the
like.
sun. It probably looked great.
Dude, did they? Or did they just look dirty and smelly and gross?
That's true with dirt everywhere and mud.
I do kind
They
of.
showered a lot more
sweat.
back then.
Have you guys ever done a mud run?
Yes.
Yeah.
Highly turned me on.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I like dirty.
This is just like you exiting the church stuff, like remnants of this. Like, this is as evil as you can get.
Right?
Yeah, man. It's just the way I was raised. I can't help it.
It's the opposite of how you're raised, and that's why.
Oh yeah. Still though, it's because of how I was raised.
It was because I was raised.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to the training. That like if we go now, it's pretty much all the differences now is like we have upgraded things like controlled air and things like that, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But training is almost the same. And so wrestlers specifically trained by wrestling. That's all they did. They trained by wrestling, not by doing a floppy move on each other and stuff like that. It was more like train wrestling. Boxers and Pancratians, they light sparred again because of striking reasons,
Yeah.
injury prevention, things like that. But they all did weights, calisthenics,
Big calisthenics. The Spartans love their
Huge into
calisthenics.
rope
yeah.
climbing was huge
Yeah, that's a good
Dope.
exercise.
because grip is huge.
and just upper body back, and
Yeah,
all that.
Which
stuff.
goes into our favorite Greek word, techne.
yeah,
right?
the
Rope,
weaving.
because you got to weave your ropes
Oh,
together.
okay.
So you got to take your 3 strands, weave them together, and that makes your rope.
Okay,
So that would be a skill that they have. Because not every culture has access to ropes like that you could climb.
right.
'Cause you can't just climb a strand. That would
That would just
be
That's a good
stupid.
point.
But yeah, so a lot of rope training is calisthenics, things like that. And again, like today, we do that too. Nowadays, I think we have too much stuff to where people get too convoluted with their training and do too much and then more injury type thing. People think I need to do this, I need to do deadlifts, I need to bench, I need to do squats, I need to do lunges, I need to do split squats, I need to do curls, I need to do all these things. But instead, they back in the day, it's kept it simple. They did everything to supplement their training, their skill that they're trying to build. Today, we're trying to be everything all the time. I want to be a bodybuilder and a wrestler and a boxer. It's like,
Are you throwing shade at CrossFit right now?
I hope you are.
I kept hearing a sound after my half marathon this morning. I'm like, what the fuck is this sound? And it was a lady dropping like a ball at the CrossFit. I was like, what are you doing, dude? It's
Like-
fine.
like
I was happy she was working out, I mean,
Yeah, of
obviously,
course.
but also, come on.
Also, like it's 2025.
Like, we still doing this?
CrossFit's gone, dude.
it's gone.
It's not. It's
I thought it was still alive and going, dude.
No, people love it.
is.
Yeah.
Spencer
Murph, the
wants
Murph challenge.
There
Hey
you go.
Spencer, when you're a PE teacher, do you still make fun of kids that can't climb ropes?
We don't do that anymore
Ah.
because it makes people's peepees feel weird.
I mean, I
I
was scared of it. I don't know if anyone
I
ever tried
loved
to make
it.
me.
I was like,
feel
can we do
it.
the rope thing again?
Why don't you just like sit on your butt and like pull and use that
Yeah.
as a rope? You know,
Yeah,
some, like,
that's
pulling
true.
motions going.
Oh, that's a good idea.
something.
I did break my rope last
Tug of war?
year. Yeah, I broke that.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
look at you, dude.
So strong.
So yeah, wrestlers position.
Kids broke it.
Oh wait,
Position spot.
I gotta say, I'm sorry about making fun of your mud fetish because I was thinking about it. If my wife was covered in mud, it would be a turn on. So absolutely,
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
that's not gonna stop me.
See what I'm saying?
True.
How dare you?
Yeah. So
Sorry, Nick.
No,
we keep on it.
no,
Nick,
no. This is good.
Nick,
This
how do you
is
feel
good.
about your wife covered in mud naked?
I like it.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's go. What's up? Come on. Every Sunday. Yeah. So basically, the whole point of training, supplement what they did, and then do and learn the skills in a live situation. For example, as wrestlers, start in a single leg position. All right, from here, learn how to get out and or get your partner's butt to the mat type thing.
Shit just never changes.
Never changes.
for real.
That's exactly.
That's crazy that
starting-
we literally
yeah.
do the same thing that they would. That's hella cool.
That's cool. It's
and that's why it makes you feel, I think, like you said,
tradition.
connected.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, training, coaching. So we were talking about coaching earlier.
Yeah.
Highly developed specialty. You had coaches who obviously that was their only job, but as an Olympic coach now, you'd think that's a huge job. So you have so many people representing your country,
Yes.
but back then it was not as many, obviously, but still highly regarded because they're the ones that were experts. They're the ones that were designing practice. Because imagine you're the one training and you want to compete. You don't want to deal with designing practice and
Yeah,
what am I going to
absolutely.
do today? Let's do this today, And so what they did was they did mostly a 4-day cycle. It was weird how in depth it came. Training was a 4-day cycle, prep day, then an intense day, a relaxed day, and then a medium intensity day.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Say that. Can you say that one more time?
Of course, yeah. So think about training as a 4-day cycle. So think about a prep day as a day all right, so this week we're going to learn about single legs like we were just talking about. The prep day would be all right, we're going to start on the single leg, and your goals are going to be get your partner's hands to the mat, get your partner's butt to the mat, but figure out how to hold the leg.
So I'm taking an entire day just to talk it through.
Let's do it. But not talk it through in the position.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Right.
my bad,
You're
my
in the
bad.
position, doing it,
Yeah, you're trying to
working
figure
around
out,
with
yeah.
it. What do I need to do here?
Do I do a high C?
Yeah.
Do I sprawl?
Yeah, do
We're
I
orienting ourselves?
Yeah,
so to
do I
speak.
go from the single leg to the reverse body lock type thing, Let's see what works, let's see what doesn't work, let's try it on different bodies. That matters.
Okay.
So that's a prep day. Intense day is all right, we prepped this out. We saw what we can do with this. Let's go at a way higher intensity, because that's how we need to know if it's going to work in actual competition. And then we have a relaxed day because you just went pretty much all out. You're doing single legs. You're doing full rounds, right? You're taking people down. You're holding them down, getting back up. Because remember, we're working to get to a fall or getting a person to the ground, getting their back and shoulders to the ground. And now that's going to be intense of a whole day of training, not including your, calisthenics and things like that.
Yeah, you're falling down, you're standing up. You're falling down.
Oh,
you're
no, standing up. All right, I'm going to learn how to stand up. I'm going to learn how to take this person down, type thing. And then you have the relaxed day, which you're going to need to, eat, which they eat mostly a diet of meat. Again, this is not gladiators where we're eating porridge and things like that.
Right.
We're trying to gain a little bit of fat.
Because gladiators are slaves.
They're
no?
slaves.
Yeah.
Slaves. Yeah.
We're gonna cover one of the Spartacus revolts.
Let's
over
go.
the next couple
Oh,
years.
awesome. Yeah. So you're talking about relaxed day. So we're talking about sleeping, probably walking, moving around. We're not talking, don't think about relaxed day as our relaxed day here where we're sitting on the couch watching a show. We're relaxing in a way of we're at the gym still. We're talking about strategy. We're talking about tactics. We might even be talking about how we, in the intense part and in the prep day, we're talking about single legs. I found this to be better during the intense part. So let's talk strategy and things like that and moving around.
Modern terms, that's active rest.
Active rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So that's the relaxed day. And then medium intense. All right. We figured out how to do it, what we're working with. Let's do it hard. Let's actively recover during that third day. And the fourth day is all right, let's do a medium intense day. So we still get enough hard work in, but we're not going to the extreme because you don't want to get injured. And so you're still incorporating that 4-day cycle of learning those skills. And
That's
so when you,
awesome that we have that information.
Dude, this author is crazy. He looks like he's fluent in both German and French and has pulled some crazy ass sources.
That's awesome.
there's so many sources.
Dude,
That's good.
So many sources.
That's a good
He has
thing.
this huge German part of his
It's a whole
bibliography, this big French part of his bibliography, and then this big ass part about the Jewish people in Hellenic. Oh my god,
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
there's
that's awesome.
late Greek stuff. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He knows
And
his
he
shit.
also, if you type in YouTube,
Yeah,
this actual
that's a
title,
really
he does
good book.
I think a presentation at Hillsdale or,
Oh, okay.
but he kind of goes over a little bit of this.
That's dope.
I
That's-
like it.
I-
I got a lot of inspiration.
I want to read it.
from
I
that.
think that it's fantastic. The
Super.
bibliography.
Oh,
is awesome.
you love it
Yeah.
because they have a lot of stuff about Iliad, Socrates, things like that. So
That's my things.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, that's the training prep. Now, if you compare that today, again, we're talking about today, we have so many things, so many influencers, so many.
Yeah.
So it's important today to have a good coach. You have to have a
Yes.
good coach to deflect all that stuff that is going to be in everyone. Oh, I saw this. I should do this. Like
Yeah.
as a coach, but you're always going to deal with people at the higher echelon of training or competition that they just don't listen to anyway. Or there could be, I think there's always a two people. They want to just do everything. Or there's that person like, you know what? I'm leaving it to you. Like, I just want to train.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you think?
Well, I was going to ask you, since you are a coach, what do you think is the biggest attribute that you look for in a good coach?
That I look for in a good
Whoa,
coach.
and a good
Yeah.
coach. Because he is a good coach.
I thank you.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Spencer talks so highly of you.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
I
it's-
appreciate that.
You're
I appreciate that.
gonna have to come to a class and find out, Kevin.
Okay, so I was
dude.
gonna say this in. Like, I'm gonna come to a class. I'm
Good.
Gonna,
Perfect.
I'm gonna do it.
That's great.
I'm gonna get beat up by Spencer.
That's awesome.
That'd be
You have
perfect.
wrestling
No,
experience,
and plus we have a culture in the gym that's very good for anyone of any age, of any skill level.
I love it.
very
I can't wait to
chill.
do it.
So, what would I look? So to answer your question, what would I look for in a coach? A cliche answer, but adaptability in that
Yeah.
not everything is what I say and what is, and like you think that you know every answer. If you think you know every answer, you probably don't. And then the answer you do give me because you think you know every answer means that it might not be good for me.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. There's too many variables. You need to understand that. And when you understand that, you can, adapt a practice to each individual's capabilities. And because that's important, or why that is important, is because you don't want to get hurt. You want to still learn, and you want to get better at the skills you're learning. And if you can't learn to adapt the training to the person and scale it, it's not going to work out for everyone.
That goes well with like modern research because I read some books by David Epstein, which is an unfortunate last name, but David Epstein's actually fantastic, and he wrote these books. One's called Sports Gene, which is about nature versus nurture and like high level
I
athletes,
love
specifically
that.
running. It's a
I
very
love
good
that.
book. Highly recommend. His more readable book that's also very good, Range.
so fucking good.
So good. I had Spencer
Life-changing.
read it, and like it changes how you raise kids because you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay.
oh, I'm actually gonna put my kids in every fucking sport and
Right.
academic
Especially young.
possible. Yeah,
Try
this is-
as many
yeah.
things as
as
you
many
can.
As many things.
through your 40s.
Yeah.
Like just try everything.
Yes,
like
yes,
because
yes.
there's no way to know.
And dislike things.
and
It-
dislike and like
pivot.
shit. So like teachers,
You know now.
That's why I switched schools. That's why I encourage my wife to switch schools because like there's data on teachers never are satisfied until they've switched at least one school. Like there's
Oh,
there's all these
interesting.
things. But his thing is that the new cutting edge of coaching is individualized practice,
It has to be.
which is crazy because that's essentially ancient Greek coaching. Like
That is crazy.
who's the guy in front of me? And like, what does he need? Or what's the girl in front of me now? And we have no data essentially on like women athletes anymore.
Right.
And so we're like, okay, well, what does this person in front of me need to get better rather than blanket coaches?
Right.
Yeah.
Like when I was in city college and I was running cross country, it was like blanket, like
Mhm.
everyone run 5 miles really
Right,
fast. And we're like,
right.
okay. And for some of them, they really excelled. And for some of us, they're like, I'm plateaued. I plateaued like a month ago. Like,
Okay.
and so individualized training would have benefited us a lot more.
It benefits everyone.
Yeah.
It's the same, I think, with nutrition. Where if I sat here and I said, "Hey,
Good,
dude,
yes.
everybody
Whoa,
needs
so
to be a
true.
vegan," it's
Hey,
like, oh,
Be carnivore
what?
because Joe Rogan said so.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I think a lot. Okay, I
Mm.
like tradition,
It's fun.
but there's a thing that happened in tradition in martial arts and wrestling and things like that where it broke away from let's play and learn to I'm the one that holds these secrets,
Yeah.
and you
secret
must bow
knowledge.
to me, and I will give you the secret.
Hmm.
And somewhere
way to put
in
it. That's a good
in a
take. That's a good
Japan time period, it had to happen in Japan because they're huge in tradition, which I do like Japanese tradition. I was stationed there.
Yeah, and sumo wrestling is fantastic
great.
to watch.
We practiced
it
it.
is
dude.
It
great.
is so much fun to
Yes,
watch.
we
I
did.
love watching
Yes, we did.
sumo wrestling.
It's a skill that people think is easy. It's not.
no.
It's hella fun.
I
too.
watched-
It's so hard.
I was learning all about this like crazy little technique, and I
Mhm.
watched this guy who was underweight do the technique, and it has like a 5% chance of winning. I was like, I could not imagine doing any of these things. Like,
Right.
they're
Very intense.
so intense.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And watching their workout schedules, like
Mm.
they're so gnarly with how much calories they take versus how hard they work out.
Yes.
I don't know how they keep their weight on. It's
yes,
crazy.
exactly.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Just imagine pushing someone and they push against you for at least an hour of practice.
Yes.
How?
Well, and you're
How do
talking
you
about
keep weight on?
you're talking about nutrition.
You're
know-
eating while you
Yeah,
do it.
like, oh god.
Because like even my wife and I, we both ran the same distance, but like I burned at least 400 extra calories.
Oh
than
my-
she
yeah,
did.
that's
You know,
awesome.
like at least,
Interesting.
if not more. And we compare all the time, but like that totally changes diet. Like already,
Easily.
already, we can't eat the same things for post recovery, which is why I can drink 2 beers and be like, everything's great because I have so many extra carbs I need to refill versus her.
It's funny you're saying all this, all these variables you're talking about, but yet coaches still want to be like, here's this blanket thing.
Yeah.
But you're talking about age, you're talking about recovery, you're talking
Yes.
about calories lost, you're talking about diet, you're talking about strength, you're talking about everything that goes on in your life, but yet let's give you this blanket
Yeah.
training plan.
You need this
Variables,
many carbs.
bro.
You need
There's
this
always
many
layers.
percentage of carbs. Like, no, come on, man.
There's novelty
what do you
arises.
need?
Novelty fucking arises, bro.
Novelty arises.
He
That's
came
good.
up with that, dude.
Did you? I like
He
that.
was like teaching us something. He's like, but be careful because novelty will arise. And it was like, what? Dude, you was gonna say that?
Yeah, the context of that is we try to train practice in a way that people can defeat novelty because we train on principles and concepts.
Nuance beats novelty.
Yes, and so when we have the principles of certain things, novelty cannot beat us because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. The
Yep.
principles of these things will defeat that type thing. So that's where that came in. But yeah, to the coaching, I look for adaptability and individualization, as Kevin was saying. Like, you can't just be like, all right, here, you do this plan because this worked for this guy.
Yeah.
So that's what I would look at as a coach. Like, all right, this guy's like telling me to do this. I've never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm thinking about it and doing it, and that's another thing too. Being able to adapt, but also implement the plan. Like, we can talk about it all day, but until you start doing it, that's when you actually start getting the data, and then
That's
you
true.
adapt off that.
Yeah, that's massive. That's one of the things that I
Yeah.
think I genuinely appreciate the most about martial arts and things like wrestling and grappling is you don't really get to go read a bunch of books on it. You have to go do it.
Yeah, you
and
have
I
to do it.
appreciate
Yeah.
that because I am a
You
researcher.
got to feel what that hand feels like behind your neck.
100%.
Like,
And so
it's
I
a
love
weird
that.
feeling. So,
Yeah.
like, what do you do?
The research is in the action, and I just love that because I'm a reader.
Well, how would you even explain that as a coach?
Right.
Like, oh, you grab this person here and squeeze at 15 pounds per square inch. Like, no,
Yeah.
you got to feel it and do it.
Yeah. What about the height differential?
Yeah,
what about
exactly.
wingspan? Like, there's so
There's
many.
so many variables. Like, you can't
Wow.
explain it. You can't read about it. You can. You have
can't.
knowledge.
You absolutely
You can have, historical knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, these things work back in the day. All right, we're starting there now and working
Right.
away to get better. And then that's why I don't understand why people coach the way they do, because if that's the case and you hold the secrets, then no new things would ever come about. Nothing would change. There's always the ideal one, but no, everything changed. So that's coaching. A long answer to what I look for in coaching, and if I was looking for it. But wrestling specifically, we're talking about it's less violent and less injurious, but it is rough. The object in wrestling was to score a fall, as Kevin was saying earlier. 3 total is a win.
Yep.
A fall is touching your opponent's back or shoulders to the ground. And so back then it was a lot about standing and like if you think about freestyle today, freestyle like Olympic wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We have multiple types of wrestling in the world. Specifically in the United States, we have freestyle, Greco, and folk style. And the only place that I think of know of currently that has folk style wrestling is the United States. Now, I'll let you guys know the difference. But back in the day, think about freestyles: standing in the standing position, facing your partner,
Yep.
getting them to the ground, their back and shoulders to the ground. Folk style is more about getting them to the ground and holding them down to the ground,
Yes.
right? And
Is it a specific time you have to keep them?
to pin them
Okay.
Yeah. 3 seconds on
to get
both
those back and
shoulders on the
shoulders.
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Now, it didn't matter back then about pinning, which I like our style of training today because it's great to take people down, but to hold them down is a
Yeah.
whole new thing.
And
Tell-
the reversals that come.
The
I love it.
scrambling.
I love
Are you kidding
the
me,
folk
dude?
style.
Tell me, Spencer, every time we go to practice, holding people down is and standing up is probably the hardest part of that. And then you add submissions. So now you got to protect your neck, protect your arms, protect your legs.
It's been specifically a new thing we've been working on where we're paying attention to like keeping people's shoulders down while we're standing because we focus so much on the feet that it gives people an opportunity with their hands to like scooch out and stand up.
Oh,
Yes.
So it's been interesting.
I remember my coaches, get off your back. Get off your back.
Exactly.
Get off your back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
You probably heard that a lot.
and also standing up, get them down, keep them down, keep them down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep their back. Yeah. So that's why we train.
Roll.
Yep. And train live. Train a live situation so we can train both those at the same time.
Yeah.
But so that's the rules back then is getting someone to the ground, not necessarily holding them down.
If you're new to wrestling, I still think freestyle is the most fun to watch.
It is fun.
It's so much flipping.
Yes.
If you're new to wrestling, you don't know
Yes.
what's going on. It's so dynamic.
Right.
Greco also is because it's all throwing.
Yeah.
Upper
throwing.
body.
And so it looks a little bit like
Oh.
sumo. You're like, whoo, these guys
Dude.
are strong.
You see people get tossed on their
The
head.
sound of a body hitting the ground
Yeah,
is great.
oh
It's so
my God.
and because they
satisfying.
square up, they square up and they're pummeling. And
Yeah,
then
they're
they,
getting
like,
underneath each
yeah,
other.
like, ooh,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's good to watch.
It's good. Yeah, so back in the day the rules were no strangles. Each society, like culture, had their own thing, like, Greece and Egypt, and then had their own thing. But there were no strikes. That was common. No strangles and strikes usually. So, but they didn't have strangle and strikes. Now, what's it called? Here we go.
If you could teach that to my younger kid, that you cannot strike me while we're wrestling.
Well, that's when they lose and their
Yeah,
ego
that's
comes into play.
exactly-
Yeah. So, boxing though, same thing about boxing and or MMA, the equipment, oxide thongs we were talking about. But it was just it's not padded. It was thin leather.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy. Like I said earlier, if they were competing in all three, you'd want to do. They would state that you'd want to do wrestling, pancration, and then boxing last because boxing was the most taxing and most injurious. Getting punched in the face, mostly with a thin strap or knuckles, was not good. A lot of blood, a lot of pain, a lot of injuries. Yes, wrestling you do get injuries. You get tossed, you get thrown. But again, you're in like a sand pit and things like that. But like actually your fist or bones hitting your face causes a lot of cuts and things like that.
Have you guys ever been punched in the face, bare
Yes.
knuckle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the sound is just so
I've lived such a calm life. I've almost gotten in like one fight, and it was really brutal. I still think about it all the time.
Was it your fault?
No, actually, it was really. I'm
Yeah,
really
I can't
proud
imagine
of
it.
it. Really
Interesting.
proud of it. We're at a bar, and we're talking to these girls. My buddy Ian, fuck you, Ian. I love you, Ian. and then this guy comes and touches that girl's butt, and he turns to me. And he's like, "We're not cool with that, Kevin." And I was like, "Really?" And the guy was huge. He was like 300 pounds.
it's always
And he's like, "We're gonna do something right now." And then we're about to like fight, and I was like, "I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Am I gonna wrestle? I'm gonna wrestle him. I'm gonna." That's
Well,
all.
you would have to.
That's what I was gonna do. It's like that's the
Yeah.
only thing I know. I took down Ian wrestling drunk the other night, so that's my
Heck
move.
yeah.
And then the bartender knew
Would
us.
you do a double leg?
I did a cement, and then I went
And
and then
we're back at it.
and then I did like a banana split to be funny at the
Oh,
end.
nice.
And the bartender knew us and was like, "You guys get out of here!" I was like, "Thank God!" So then
I don't have to fight
So then I
now.
smoked a cigarette in the back of his truck, and I was like, "This is the best night. I don't have to fight."
Nice.
As
That
close as
sounds
I've
like a
been.
good cigarette.
It was lovely. Anyway,
Yeah, that does sound good.
yep. Nobody punched me bare knuckles in the face yet.
It does hurt. I mean, you have obviously the adrenaline and
Yeah, in the
obviously
moment it
where you
doesn't.
get hit. Like you get punched in the nose, you're immediate tears. Immediate tears.
It opens your tear ducts. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm gonna cry now. This is happening.
And watching MMA, you get striked above the eye, and around that there's a lot of
Yeah.
bleeding, things like that. So the basic difference between the boxing and MMA or pancration than wrestling was the striking.
The strike, yeah.
Because in pancration or pancration, they would use kicks and things like that, and also holds and things and takedowns. But yeah, it was just a big difference. I when I was reading the book about the what spoke to me about a lot of it was the culture or the looking at it as in death over defeat
Mm-hmm.
was their like code, was their thing. Like, let's get in here, and I'm gonna win, and I don't care if I die, because some people did die,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like their goal to kill the other person. It was just I don't want to give up.
Yeah, it was from the loser standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give up yet.
Yes. and sometimes in that situation they would die. But it was honored though too, because it was
Sure.
like if you compare and contrast, like now you see sometimes like I think we average around 10 strike like boxing deaths a year,
Right.
sanctioned. I don't know about obviously like bare knuckle or other things aren't sanctioned, but like I think about 10, because of brain damage, things like that, CTE. But back then, or now they would be like, all right, he died just because he was just trying to like make money and punch people in the face. But back then it was like on their like stones, their headstones, and people would say he died honorably through an
Yeah.
honorable, situation. And, it is just a very different attitude and obviously different culture. Everything's, there's a lot of different things that happen, but a lot of similarities.
What's
I would
interesting is Dan Carlin would say that culture doesn't go away until World War One. World War One is when that culture dies because
Which culture?
like that idea of dying like honorably.
Oh, got it.
Because of the machine gun and artillery combination,
Got it.
and it would just ruin people that were being honorable. And like,
Yeah,
well,
you
that's
just have
not
bombs dropping on
not
top of you.
honorably.
Yeah,
That's-
in
there's
trenches.
no honor there
Yeah.
anymore, and so like that destroyed all the like chivalry and all the stuff that's been
Well, yeah.
building up over thousands.
Look
of
at the
years.
Revolutionary War. They stood in front of each other and
So
shot
dumb.
each other, dude.
We talked about this, and the first drone was in World War II, and it was the Nazis who figured
yeah.
out how to do unmanned aircrafts.
Wow,
and
okay.
when Churchill found out about it, he's like, "What a bitch move! You're not putting pilots in there."
And now
Yeah, and now it's all we do.
that's how we do.
So-
Why? And then the
bitch
idea is
move.
like, why would we want to
Churchill
sacrifice
would
our?
still call that a bitch move.
Yes, dude.
Churchill is raw for that.
He is raw for that, and I
Absolutely.
after
agree.
reading this and listening to Nick talk for an hour about this, I would have to, as far as combat is concerned, I'd have to agree.
Yeah, but yeah. Speaking of that too, like just being in shape to do combat sports when they would fight wars, they were.
Oh,
They're in great
ready
shape.
to
Great
go.
shape.
The Spartans
Ready
being
to go.
calisthenics.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
Spartans. Yeah, they were huge.
That's the
into-
whole thing is the Persians scouting them like they're
Are they doing squats
Yeah,
and
they're
combing
doing-
each other's
they're
hair?
doing jumping jacks.
Yeah.
No, what we call in the military side straddle hops.
Side straps, yes.
Oh, it's such a military
It's
nonsense.
so
you know?
dumb. It's so dumb. But I do appreciate the specific naming of it. Like
Yeah.
you're doing a side straddle and you're hopping.
It is what it is.
And that's what I appreciate about the Japanese terms in martial arts is when they say it in Japanese, it means outside leg reap. Oh, cool. Like you told me what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Instead of these like jujitsu term, I'm going on tangent, jujitsu terms where it's like, oh, we're doing the kiss of the dragon. And
That
like,
thing?
dude.
I didn't know that.
That is just asking people with Asperger's to name things.
And okay, now
It's
we're
a
talking about
side.
autism.
It
in
was,
jujitsu.
It was bound to happen.
It was bound, yeah.
We call the sneakers in Marine Corps boot camp. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
we
let's hear
called them Go Fasters.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Go faster.
Go Fasters.
Nice.
Is it?
I like that.
I don't know. It's a bit. No wonder
Well,
they call us
sneakers,
crane eaters.
You're not
bro.
like sneaking on anyone. You're running.
touche.
You know, we're
yeah,
going
we're not.
fast.
We're not playing tennis.
We're getting there. We're destroying stuff.
Fair point.
I do like that.
Fair point.
You know.
Fair point.
But anyways, that was all I had for this. Like again,
It's great.
get the book. It goes in way more. I just pick and chose some things that I
No, that was
from each one.
perfect.
There's like
I'm gonna
things
read
about
it.
metaphor, myth, and reality, the nature and purpose of combat. Like there's a lot of things that go into these things. But like they even talk about stick fighting that I didn't go into because I was more interested in like relating it to what Spencer and I do on a
Yeah.
daily basis on the mat. So
Yeah, I guess a good way to kind of bring this full circle and end it here is like one of the main reasons I kind of wanted to link up with like Nick and have him on here is, you know, we're kind of sometimes focus around veterans and veteran mental health on this show. And
yes, true.
I just think that like jujitsu and grappling or martial arts of any kind is huge for veterans or anybody on planet Earth dealing with mental health issues or wants to just get out and roll. When I'm rolling, I'm not thinking about my bills or my
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
a
in
good
the
point.
moment.
Your
It's
time
very-
deployed.
or my time to thank you, or my time deployed. So it's a very mindful thing. If any of you want to try a class out and you live in Solano County, dude, hit us up. Nick,
Anytime.
dude. Hit
That's
us up.
true. We do have veterans at our gym, and they do come a lot, and they do just train. They're the quietest ones. It's funny, except
Always.
for Spencer, but they're the quietest ones on the mat, and they're just like really involved in it. They want to learn. They want to get better, and they're actually also the very like most polite and nice people. Like they'll help you
Yeah.
train. But the reason why I say that is because you have people that go there. Not anyone that goes to the gym is bad or anything. They just have their own motivations, which is fine. And they want to get better. They want to compete in this and that. But usually the veterans and military personnel that go there, they are just looking to help others first.
Yep.
Because that's the culture and nature of the military.
Absolutely.
Good point.
Help the unit.
It's
'cause
one of
we're
the
gonna
great
win.
parts of the military.
Yeah, we're gonna help each other to win.
Because I went to City College before I transferred, and all my favorite people were always veterans who were doing the GI Bill, and they were just
Yeah, that was me.
they were just like good dudes who were just like they're happy to be there. Like
so glad I'm not in the military.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Like,
just so
yes,
happy to be
let's
learning
learn.
about Hamlet.
Yeah.
Like let's just fucking learn Hamlet.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's true. We got this guy that used to be Kodor Gym named Mario, and he's like a
Ugh.
prior ranger and shit. And he's
Damn.
hella
Love that
intense.
guy.
But every time we roll, he's like, "Okay, so here's what you want to do in this position, and this is what you're gonna do here."
Yeah.
And he's like, it's just very.
he's just letting you do
informative.
That's
shit
such a
to
ranger
him.
move.
Yeah,
He has a
he's
big ass
awesome.
head with veins, and it's just like, dude, okay,
Well,
he's a good guy.
because I
He's
have
a
a
silly
PSA, which is veterans that are listening, careful of other veteran podcasts. I didn't realize how many other veteran podcasts are like grifters.
What do you mean by that?
Oh.
They're like trying to sell
So that's a huge thing right
marketable things because like
Huge
the
thing right
veteran podcast community has exploded, which is overall good. But a lot of veteran podcasts, not a lot, there are some veteran podcasts out there that are trying to just sell a bunch of shit. And we are not
Because they're veterans? Is that what you're saying?
no, like they're just targeting veterans because they're a community that you can target, right?
Oh,
like
okay.
you know who they are, you know how to target to them through like the internet.
Is that what a grifter is?
Yeah, a grifter looks for an easy target.
Yeah.
An
Oh,
easy
okay.
mark. And so
Easy mark. Okay.
and so you find a veteran.
I hear a
and
lot about grifters, and then I'm like, what does that mean?
It just means you're
Am I
trying
a
because
grifter?
because they keep saying it different things, and I'm like,
I
okay,
see the
wait,
context
is
Yeah, I'm
odd.
like, wait, I don't
Fair
understand.
enough.
basically be like if we ended this program by saying like, and then we have a meal plan that you guys should buy from us.
Have you guys
Okay.
got our 7-week program on jujitsu?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
okay.
basically
So my PSA is just check in on your fellow veterans and make
Yes.
sure they're not buying some random shit from some random
or,
veterans. that
or
don't-
youngsters, because there's people are joining the service right now and they're going on
Yeah.
and listening to like some veteran
Yeah, they're getting
podcasters.
tack gear that like makes no sense because I follow Tactical Forge all the time, and he's like, "Why are you guys buying this shit? Like this is it's nonsense. You will never take this into
Yes.
active duty. You spent thousands of dollars on gear that you don't need. You actually need water and ammo, and you're not buying water and ammo. You're buying night vision nonsense that like you don't need. So like that kind of stuff.
That is a
Okay.
good PSA.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, I'm-
yeah.
Because I love our community. I love meeting all these veterans that I've been meeting over the last 3 years. Like I don't like that they are being taken advantage of. We're
And
not
yeah.
trying to sell you shit.
Yeah, go train with your buddy.
Yes,
Like, do what the
exactly.
ancient
Yes.
people
Yes,
did.
Go back.
Go do it.
And check in on
Try
your
it.
buddy. Make him go train with you.
Go try it on each other.
Go
and see
wrestle
who you
your
get better.
buddy
Yeah.
for his
Yeah.
meal plan.
Modernity is stupid. Embrace this old masculinity bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny you said that. I was listening to you guys last week. You're talking about these ads you see on these masculine shows, or these not shows. I'm sorry, the
The
camps,
retreats and
retreats.
stuff, yeah.
I'm like, where do you find these things?
Dude,
I'm
your
trying.
algorithm's
I'm trying to
fucked,
like
bro.
look. I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because the stuff you send to people is insane, bro.
Oh.
So your algorithm's all messed up.
We
That's
had the
good.
same though.
What?
We had the same algorithm.
You and I?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
know.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Dude, no.
Okay.
I don't have Sarah Connor screaming about summer with bees
Bees.
attacking.
I hate the summer. Yeah.
Dude, I appreciate the shit out of you for coming on, bro.
Yeah.
I
dude,
appreciate
you
you guys
crushed it.
inviting me. I appreciate it a lot.
We're connected, bro. I love you deeply.
Thank you, guys.
You're a good coach, a good person in our community,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for educating us on
Yeah,
combat
I learned a
sports.
ton.
That was fucking awesome, bro.
I'm gonna read that book.
We have a tradition here where we were saying bonsai after every episode, but after our little bighorn, we found out that your people say hoka hey. Maybe your people.
The natives.
He's
The first.
He's one of the OGs.
Shumash.
The OGs.
Shout out to the Shumash.
The Shumash.
Yes, the coastal Indians in California.
No-
Santa
Whoa.
Barbara area.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, the best part of
I
California.
love it. We're just chilling there
Arguably.
fishing.
Dude,
on the
they
beach.
loved being there. They were so
Yeah.
sad when they saw other people.
Damn it.
They saw the Spanish like
Things
this
are
is
going so
fun.
well. Here we
It's
go,
such
dude.
a good thing going.
Yeah. Oh man. Right.
But
Fifth
what we
graders
say
are
here,
gonna learn about this.
what we say here is hoka hey together. I just say a sentence like this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Battle Buddies, and until next time,
Okay.
hey.